Hey everyone, it's Kaycienikole, and today I'm going to guide you through a quick little sequence that you can go through to help find more space and opening for your neck. We're going to work through different movements, may incorporate a little bit of shoulder opening as well. You shouldn't need any props. All you need is your body, not even a mat if you don't want to have one. We're going to be in a comfortable seated position, either on the ground, in a chair, whatever you prefer. So from wherever you are, sit your spine up nice and tall. Let your shoulders drop down away from the ears, creating space, and just take a moment to close your eyes. We're going to take a couple breaths together just to drop a little bit more deeply into the body. Let's start at the bottom of an exhale. Let everything go. Through the nose, take a breath in, fill up your belly. Let the breath rise, lifting up into your rib cage, all the way up into your chest and your upper back, and then hold the breath at the top. And open up the mouth, let it go. We're going to do one more clearing breath like that. Slow inhale, fill up, section by section, expanding out in all directions. Once the breath has reached the top, hold it. Open up the mouth, let it go. Now one more through the nose the whole way through. Slow breath in, take your time. The more we can focus on the breath, the more we can focus on bringing that breath into the spaces that feel tight and resistant. And then through the nose, exhale, gently melt the breath all the way back out from top to bottom. Now open up through your eyes. We're going to keep the breath moving. So if at any point it feels really tight or you feel your body kind of squeeze and tighten or feel really resistant, come back to the breath. It will help you to move through some of that. So from here, let's take the hands over the knees. From any seated position is just fine. We're going to go through some seated cat-cows, but rather than just focusing on the spine opening forward and back, we're going to lead with our head, helping to access more space in the neck. So one thing before we jump in today, rather than just letting your head drop back, which creates a kink or a hinge in the neck, we're going to focus on lifting the throat and the chin instead to create the same motion, which is going to create space and length and activation versus just dumping our weight and kinking into the back of the neck, which can add more strain. So begin to lift your focal point, and as you do, lift up through your throat and your chin, lengthening that space. You can even feel your teeth separate, lifting through the jaw. Now, as you keep the gaze shifted up, begin to pull your chest up, ribs open, sit bones start to tilt back. Now, on your next exhale, you're going to draw your chin to your chest and really imagine lifting the space between your shoulders up and over as you curl. Then start to round through your upper back and shoulders, round through your mid back, and let it roll all the way down through the tail as it tucks under. Inhale, begin to lift your focal point, draw up through your throat, your chin. Feel your heart lift, your chest pulls forward, ribs open, sit bones slowly start to tip back. Exhale, chin to your chest, rounding. Feel it start to trickle to your shoulders, back, all the way down to your tail. Again, inhale, lift your focal point, draw up through your chin, your throat. Heart opens, ribs open. Feel your sit bones draw back. And then go ahead and take a couple more on your own, but lead with the head. And then let the rest of the spine follow. Whenever you're done with your next breath, slowly return back into a nice neutral shape. We're going to pull the shoulder blades forward, lift them up, draw them back, and melt them down. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, roll them all the way back and down. We're going to open up a little bit more space here just from a seated position. With the spine tall, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And to help intensify, you can take your left fingertips, reach them to the left and down. creating space from fingertips all the way up to the ear over the crown of the head. Now from here, if you want a little bit more, you can take your right hand, rest it on top of the head, and just create a little bit of pull in opposition, but you're not cranking on the head. You're very, very gentle. If anything, it's such minimal weight and pressure that you're using, just enough to guide in a direction to feel the space that you're creating without any forcefulness. Another breath. If the hand is on the head, bring it to the lap, but keep your other arm reaching out to the side. Now, with your head tilted, right now, it's just a lateral bend. It's just tipping over to the side, ear above the shoulder. You're going to keep it tilted over to the side, but just begin to nod your head forward and back a little bit while keeping it tilted to the right side. And just feel into those spaces. Notice if there's any little catches, snags, points of resistance. Take another breath or so here. And then with the ear over the shoulder again, now you're going to slowly rotate and look back over your right shoulder. Maybe walk your left fingertips out a little bit more. One more breath. Bring your hand to the lap. Slowly bring the head all the way up and around to center. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So let your left ear tip to your left shoulder. Right fingertips reach to the right and down, finding length from fingertips to the crown of the head. And just feel that little bit of lengthening, opening. Maybe take your left hand, rest it on top of the temple, and then maybe feel this gentle separation as the hands draw away from each other. Just enough to feel and a little added opening and sensation. Couple more breaths. Really focus on breathing into the side of the neck. Now, if the hand is on top, go ahead and rest it to your lap. Keep your right fingertips reaching. And with your head tilted to the left, just begin to rock it forward and back. A little bit of a nodding motion with the head tilted will help you get a little bit more access to that side of the neck. Another breath or two. And then with the ear right back over the shoulder, keep the spine tall. Gently begin to look back over your left shoulder. Nice rotation. Bring the head all the way back to center as the hand comes back to the lap. Now already you should feel a lot more spacious, and we're going to keep it moving here. With the spine tall, we're going to come into a twist. Arms reach high over the head. Deep breath in. And exhale, twist to the right side. Left hand is going to catch the right knee. Right fingertips to the ground right behind you. Lift your spine. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, twist yourself open to the right side. Continue to find more length on each breath in. And maybe a little added depth on each breath out. Couple more here. Now, as you continue to rotate and twist, let's bring our focal point and look back over the right shoulder. Stay in your twist. Inhale, bring your focal point forward over the front shoulder. Maybe try to look over it. Take a breath. Inhale, head to neutral. Exhale, look back over the right shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Now stay here. Back hand reaches up, lifting tall. And then exhale, lean over to the left side, stretching the top arm overhead. Now, you might be looking directly in front of you. That's fine. Begin to tilt your focal point down as though you're looking at your left knee or towards the floor besides the left knee. Then inhale, tip your gaze up towards the ceiling or towards the top hand. And exhale, looking down toward the floor. Inhale, looking up. Now hold here. You're going to take that top arm and just begin to reach it overhead Let it come in front of you, spinning towards the ground. Reach back to the right side. Inhale, reach it all the way up. And exhale, let it come all the way down towards the floor in front of you. Sweep it all the way back around. Reaching it back up nice and tall. Hold here one extra breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach both arms high over your head. Exhale, twist to the left side. Right hand to your left knee, left fingertips to the ground, right behind the hips. Keep the weight in the hips as you lift the spine. Breath in. And exhale, twisting open to the left side. Lengthening on each breath in, gently rotating on the breath out. Okay, now stay here and continue to breathe. Go ahead and look back over your left shoulder. Now inhale, bring your focal point to center, looking over your right shoulder. So looking forward, maybe look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, look back over the left shoulder. Inhale, bring it back to neutral. Exhale, look over your right. Inhale, back to center. Now holding here, backhand reaches up, breath in, lifting the spine a little taller. And exhale, lean over to the right side, stretch the top arm over your head. Let's slowly look down at the floor, maybe to the outside of that right knee. Inhale, lift your gaze up towards the top hand or towards the ceiling. And exhale, looking back down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, looking back down. Now bring the focal point neutral or up towards the hand. Take the top hand, bring it overhead. Let it circle down in front of you towards the floor. Reach it out to the side. Inhale, reach it all the way back up. Exhale, circle it down. Towards the floor, back to the side. Inhale, reach it up. Hold here an extra breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach both arms high. Interlace your fingers. Bring the hands behind the back of the head, supporting the head with your hands. As you do, lift your focal point, lift up to your throat and your chin. And then as you exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Feel your elbows fall in towards the face. And then we're going to stay here. You can keep the rest of the spine nice and long. It doesn't all have to curl over, just enough to get the chin to the chest. Feel that little bit of added weight of the hands, but nothing that's going to create force or added tension. And then from here, just gently sway the chin from side to side like a little pendulum. It's just swaying and moving, creating a little bit more opening and space into the back of the neck. One extra breath. And then release the hands down to your lap. Slowly roll the spine and head back up to center. Roll the shoulders forward, up, and exhale, roll them back and down. One more time. Inhale, roll them forward and up. And exhale, roll them back and down. So the next one, I'm going to give you some options. It's going to be the last one that we do here. Let's take your right arm, bring it over the chest. Left hand hooks in front, helping to draw it in. So we are getting a nice stretch into the upper arm and into the shoulder. Now, you could stay here. If you want to take eagle arms and it feels available, as you hook the left arm underneath, if you hook at the elbows, you might be able to bend both elbows, hands together, or the backs of the hands together, maybe the front of the palms together. It's all optional. Any of these options are perfectly fine, okay? Now, whatever option you're in, you're going to feel your upper body, feel your chest start to turn a little bit to the left, and then look over your right shoulder. Whatever variation you're in. And then bring the chest back to center, open your chest slightly to the right, and then look over the left. Bring it back to center. Okay, now from wherever you are, you can loosen it up if it feels really, really tight. But I want you to imagine that your arms could draw a big circle, just a big circle. It's okay to let your spine open up a little bit, whether you're just pulling the arm in and circling or you're in eagle arms and you're circling. As your elbows come up, look up. As they come to the side, look to the side. As they come down, look down. As they come to the left, look left. Follow your arms with your focal point. And then bring everything back to center. Release. Roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Other side, left arm crosses over the chest. Right arm hooks in front. Start to draw it in. And once again, you can stay here or start to work eagle arms, hooking right arm underneath. Maybe backs of the hands touch. Maybe the front of the palms touch. Okay? Deepen your breath. No matter what variation you're in, let your chest open a little bit to the right. Then focal point turns over to the left. Then back to center. Chest opens to the left, focal point to the right. Bring it back to center. Opposite circular motion. Big circles. Circle to the side, up, other side, and down. And let your focal point follow. You can kind of exaggerate that focal point to get a little bit more space. Remember, you're not just letting your head fall back. You're lifting through the throat and through the chin. And then slowly come all the way back. Release your arms. And as you do, open up the arms, let them cross over the chest, open, cross, and just continue. Let them kind of flop around to the back. And each time, let the opposite arm cross on top. So you're switching the crossing of the arms each time. And then as you bring it back, right arm reaches up, left arm reaches back, and then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And then let arms come down to your sides. Shake out your arms. Let them relax. Shoulders draw back and all the way down. And then couple quick little full rotations through the neck. So let's inhale, lift up through your throat and your chin. Start to look to your left as you tip your head over to the left. Look down at the floor as your chin rolls to the chest. Look to the right, head tips to the right. Look up, lift through your throat and your chin. Other side, look to the right, head to the right. Looking down, chin drops to chest. Look to the left. Head tips to the left, looking up, bring it all the way up. And then drop your head back to center. Join your hands together at your heart. Take a deep inhale. Open up your mouth and let it go. Thank yourself for taking the time to be here in your practice, doing what feels best for you. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. Open up your eyes when you're ready. So the neck can be a really, really tight part of the body. And depending on if there's injuries or any other things that you're dealing with the neck, you can quickly tell how problematic it can be. But we can focus on gently opening, creating more space, more awareness, but also moving more intentionally. We're not just throwing our heads around, we're moving to feel sensation. So notate where you feel those little blockages, those little kinks or those catches, and then work really mindfully through those spaces. Try not to rush through the process. Try not to force anything, but be very gentle with your neck because it is such an important part of the body and yet such a complex part of the body. Let me know how this felt for you in the comments. Maybe share with someone you think may enjoy. And I'm looking forward to practicing with y'all again soon. Thank you.